Okay, bonjour year 9, it's Mrs. Hillier. Hope you're all doing well and safe at home. So obviously, unfortunately, we haven't been able to start our GCSE properly as you would be doing in June. So we're going to be doing some lessons online so that we're not too far behind when we come back to school. We have already started the GCSE as we've been working with the GCSE topics in the year 9 classes. But now we're starting a new topic fresh to make things a bit smoother for us here. So you're going to need either, as it says on your PowerPoint and on the video, a new exercise book or notebook to work in, or create a folder on your hub to do all the work online. If you choose to use an exercise book, you'll still need to take pictures of your work or do some work online so that I can mark and keep a track of what we're doing. And if you do everything online, when we come back to school, we'll need to print everything off so you have a copy of everything in your book for working from in class and revision. So we're going to be starting this topic of food, la nourriture, and drinks, les boissons. And the GCSE is split into 3 themes, and this is from theme 1, and each of those themes has different topics, and this is the lifestyle topic. So in today's lesson, we're going to revise food and drink vocabulary because of course you learnt some in year 8 and understand some phrases for shopping. So first of all, what I'd like you to do is to write these into your book or type them out onto a document. It'd be better if you typed rather than copy and paste because that's one way for them to stick in your heads better, okay? So then I want you to see how many you can remember from year 8 before checking the rest of your answers. And filling in the blanks on the following slide. So make yourself 2 columns, heading and title, everything in your book. Pause this video and write down the French and the English you think you can work out. Okay, so here's the answers. I'm also now going to go through the pronunciation. So I'm going to say each word in French and then I want you to pause the video and practice saying it a couple of times after me. So, un croissant, une baguette, du jambon, du poisson, du poulet, du pain grillé, du fromage, du beurre, de la confiture, des frites, des moules, des céréales, une pomme, un œuf, and the plural of eggs is an œuf, even if they don't then pronounce the S as well as the F. Les fruits, not fruits, okay, UI is pronounced as a we sound, and although we would say fruit, even if there's more than one, the French, when it's plural, add the S, although they don't pronounce it. Les fruits. Les fraises. Les raisins. So raisin is not raisins, it's grapes. And then raisins in French is dried grapes, which is what they are, see. So raisin sec is what they say. Les pommes de terre. Some of you might remember from year 8 that is apples of the ear, potatoes. Les escargots, le yaourt, la glace, la viande, les petits pois, les chips, they call them chips like the Americans do, des champignons, du chou-fleur. And then les boissons, we have le thé, le café, le chocolat chaud, un coca, un jus d'orange, du vin, une bière, de l'eau, du lait, une limonade. So these are just some food and drinks, some of the most common ones and ones they like to throw in the exams, like mushrooms and cauliflower, because people often don't remember those. So obviously there's more food and drinks that you can learn. So I'm just going to check your understanding and pronunciation of a few of them. There is one new in there as well. So what I want you to do is say what the word is in French and see if you could spell it from memory, and then click to check what it is and your pronunciation. So I'm not going to go through these with you. On the PowerPoint you can do that yourself. So let's click through to the end of these. Okay, so what I want you to do, we're going to go through a little bit of grammar to do with food now. I'd like you to write this into your book or into your food online work for future reference. So to say what you eat in French, you can't just say je mange, which means I eat, followed by the food. So you can't say je mange le pain, to say I eat bread. You have to use the word for some in between, even if you wouldn't necessarily be saying it in English. So if you might say for breakfast, I eat cereal, you don't need to bother saying I eat some cereal. But in the French, you have to, got to use some in between. So I can't just say je mange la glace, I've got to say je mange de la glace, I eat some ice cream. But there's a little bit of an irregular, as always. You can't put de with le in French. When you have de plus le, it always makes du, a bit like 2 and 1 makes 3, a bit like maths. They just never sit together, de and le. So I can't say je mange de le pain, some bread. I've got to say je mange du pain, becomes du. And de and les become de. So there's 4 words really for some in French. Du, de la, de, l'apostrophe for a vowel, and de. So here's some examples. If I was going to say I eat butter and jam, I'd have to say je mange du beurre et je mange de la confiture. I can't say it without them. Got to have the words for some. When you're saying what you like, though, you don't need that word for some, but you still got to keep the with foods. You never see food without the with it, even if that the is part of the du. So I love bananas, j'adore les bananes, I hate water, je déteste l'eau. Okay, we've got to have that there. So pause this, make a note in your books just to help it stick and for future reference. So here's a couple more examples. Je mange de la glace, I eat some, or I can just eat ice cream. Je mange de le pain becomes je mange du pain. Je mange de les fruits becomes je mange des fruits. Okay, so then we need to know the words for the different meals, le repas. We've got breakfast, lunch, dinner and snack. You might remember breakfast or lunch and dinner, let's speak English, from year 8, about goûter. Then snack is a new one, so write these out in your books if you can match them. I just told you one of them. So breakfast, le petit déjeuner, lunch, le déjeuner, dinner, le dîner, snack, le goûter. So have a go at saying those as well. Okay, so we're going to do a listening activity now. So what I want you to do is, again in your books or online, type these out, write down the 10 food or drink items that you are hearing in English, and if you can also write down the opinion that they will say with the food, or maybe the meal too, then that would be excellent. Okay, so I'm going to say each one once, but you can go back and re-listen again. In a GCSE you get to hear them twice, so you can keep to that if you want, but you can listen again if you want to at this stage, that's fine. So numéro 1, j'adore le poulet. 2, je déteste le chou-fleur. 3, j'aime manger du pain et du beurre. Numéro 4, je n'aime pas manger des petits pois. 5, j'adore les champignons. 6, j'aime boire du café avec du lait. 7, ça va le thé pour un goûter. 8, je déteste manger de la confiture. 9, Je mange des œufs pour le petit déjeuner. Indice. Je n'aime pas manger la viande pour le dîner. Okay, so go back, listen to however many you need to again, make a note, and then mark them. Okay, but when you submit this, I want to see your uncorrected answers. You can go back and correct them, but make sure you leave what you wrote and put your corrections next to it so I can see how you did. Okay, let's have a look at this in more detail now then. So, qu'est-ce que tu aimes manger et boire? What do you think that question means? Qu'est-ce que tu aimes manger et boire? The answer could be j'aime manger de la salade et j'aime boire du café. That might give you a clue what it means. So it means what do you like to eat and drink. So do you think this is a good answer or not? So it's accurate and they've said what they like to eat and drink, but it's not very detailed. Okay, so we could have said something like j'aime manger de la salade et j'aime boire du café car c'est délicieux. Cependant, je n'aime pas manger du yaourt car c'est dégoûtant. So this person then has now added a reason and also then given the opposite and said something they don't like. So it's really important at GCSE level that we are thinking about not just answering with a basic direct answer, because the question only asks what you like to eat and drink. It doesn't say why, it doesn't say what don't you like, but we need to go further than what the question is asking. So thinking about who, what, when, where, why always helps give more detail. So this person has added the whys and the opposite, but they could have said who they like to eat a meal with, when they like to eat a particular thing, like something for breakfast, where they like to go to eat particular or restaurants. So adding more detail is the best way to improve on your answer. So what I'd like you to do is either write in your book or type wherever you're doing this work your answer to this question. So give a balanced answer, tell me some negatives and positives, and give reasons why. You could also add who, what, when, where, why. It's up to you how much detail you go into. You could also make some comparisons, which is an excellent thing to do at GCSE for upping your grade. So you could say, I like something more than this or less than. So I like eating eggs more than cereal for breakfast, whatever it is. Okay? So pause the video now to take some time to write your answer. Please don't just Google Translate your answer. You're not going to learn anything through that. It's going to make mistakes that I'll be able to tell, or it'll be writing at a level above what you're able to. So use Google for single words, but word reference is a better dictionary because it has the grammar with it. Okay? Okay, we're now going to do the second objective, which is to look at shopping vocabulary. So in France, there are big supermarkets, just like there are here, where you can go and buy everything pre-packed. But there are also, or pre-measured, but there are also a lot of outdoor markets, I suppose because they've got the weather, and it's a lot more traditional there in Spain and Italy and France than here to go and buy your food at markets and ask for particular measurements. So can I have a kilo of apples? Can I have 500 grams of whatever it is? So what I want you to do is try and predict. We're going to listen in a moment to this conversation, but try and predict first of all where you think these words are going to go in the gaps. Where would they make sense? So some of them are plural, so they could only go maybe in certain places where there is a plural thing. Maybe there's one that can't fit anywhere else and it only fits in one place, and there's one word that you don't need to use. So at least, so see if you can work them out now. So write 1 to 8, make some predictions, pause the video, then when you're ready, you're going to listen to the conversation and write down where you hear each word correctly in the numbered spaces. Okay? Okay, so here we go. Bonjour, monsieur. 1 kilo de poire et 500 grammes de pêche, s'il vous plaît. Voilà, madame. Et avec ça, je voudrais aussi 200 grammes de petits pois et 4 tranches de jamon, s'il vous plaît. Et un pot de confiture aussi. Voilà, madame, sais-tu? Je prends aussi un paquet de fromage et une boîte de café. Oh, et une bouteille de lait. 1 litre, s'il vous plaît. C'est combien? C'est 10,50 €. Voilà, madame. Merci, monsieur. Au revoir. Okay, so again, leave your answers, but put the corrections next to it so I can see how you did. But you can see on the next slide your answer straight away, the corrected answer straight away. And then what I'd also like you to do is the next task is to find all the shopping vocabulary in the text. So what is a packet of? How do you say how much is it? So go through, see what you can find, things that would be useful for shopping in a market in France. So pause this video before you go and check your answers and have a look for the shopping vocabulary. Make a list under the heading shopping vocabulary. Okay, so here's the answers to the listening, and then here's the shopping vocabulary. Let's say you might not have found all of it, you might have found some, but complete the list, correct anything you found, and pause this video to complete the shopping vocabulary list in your book or on your online work. I'm just going to go through the vocabulary, pronunciation, of this now as well. So, 1 kilo de. So you repeat and pause. Un pot de. Une bouteille de. That's une bouteille de. 1 litre. Something gramme de. C'est tout. Voilà. C'est combien? C'est combien? Une tranche de. Un paquet de. Une boîte de. Great, well done Year 9. Now what I'd like you to do is submit either your PowerPoint or Word document or photos of your exercise book in the assignment submission section. And then between now and next lesson, for a little bit of homework, what I'd like you to do is, for more practice of the food and drink words, is use these Quizlet links. Okay, so just copy and paste them from the PowerPoint into a browser. What would be best, rather than trying to do all of them in one day, is little and often. So maybe try 10 minutes, 5 times a week, or even every day if you can, for a couple of weeks until you really remember these food words for good. Okay, so keep coming back to these, I'll remind you, but you've got these links now to keep coming back to. They are in our Bont MFL folders for GCSE French, so you can also find other vocabulary you can revise there. Okay, well done Year 9, and I will see you next lesson. Oh, you'll hear from me next lesson. Au revoir.